Hey, Unit! What's rockin'? I'm back, man. What a week. I tell you guys, man, what a week. If you can hear me, put up those coffee emojis, please. Coffee's in the air, guys, please. Coffee's in the air. I got some playback issues here. Iron Riaz, Novaz, CJ, JR9 Gaming, Tina's Cupcake, Mike the Supreme, Alcoholics Rex, SOS, what's up, my man? What do you got here? Undisputed, what's up? Elijah, Mr. Michael Law, 2011, Red Team, go! Who's that? New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, what up? Ray Foreman, MG Jaws, Notorious Nikki Smith. What do we got? Oh, it's going fast, guys. Hold on. Good morning to you, Bob Rouse. Tariq, what up? Christina Banks, Red Team, go. Diego. Papito Flow. Love saying that. Carlos, what's up, my man? Carlos. We got Lord. It's going fast, guys. I can't get everybody. Brian Watkins, what up? PB Sillapride. Donnell Mason. Liz Mary Torres, what up? Jody Gilly, what up, Jody? So you guys can hear me okay? Pino, Gabrielle Johnson, Renee Goodyear, what up? Nick, MG, Batty, Jez James Jr., hopefully I said that correct. Rojo Vermetti. What is that? That's my Canada crew, right, Rojo? Ashley Chinchilla, man, long time viewer. What up, Ashley? Jeff Spinard, what up? Deja Dortch, hopefully I got that right. We'll stick with Deja. Gaming Francis, what up? Julie, what's going on? V Davisy. Hopefully I said that right. What's up? Let's get amped. Who else we got, man? I'm sorry if I'm missing people, man. I can't get. I'm trying to get everybody, guys. I assure you. So everybody, let's just say everybody. How's that? Jack Robinson, what up, man? Gods, what up? I love love for life. What's going on? Undisputed. I don't know if I got you already. What up, Undisputed? We got? What do we got too? What's up, BC? Antonio, what's going on? Everybody too, don't forget, man, smash that thumbs up on the live streams. That really helps the amp, man, because afterwards it will get the video out to people and who maybe didn't catch the live stream. So that'll be awesome if you smash that like for the amp, man. Again, it's for after the stream, people will know that there was a video out. So thank you, everybody. I see it's already over 50. You guys rock. Carlos, a couple coffees already, man. Carlos, you rock, dude. Where you been? We missed you. Yeah, it's one of those weeks, Carlos. Thank you for the coffees, my friend. Literally, the day after the Monday Night Raw review, head to toe aches and pains, man. I don't know what it was. I don't even want to think about the thing going around. Who knows? Could have been. But yeah, I was down and out, man. But you know the amp, man. I don't stay down and out. I always got to be rocking. So I literally, for Tuesday and Wednesday, I continued business status quo. But I was fucking leveled, man. And there was no way I could do an AEW or even an NXT review. An NXT review is nobody really watches. So I could have just done a 15-minute review and you guys would have been probably happy. But I couldn't even do that shit, man. I was done fucked at that point. So I wanted to do an impromptu video for you guys yesterday. I just, the energy wasn't there, man. Everybody is kind of down and out too. Here in the States, there's been an election Tuesday. We still don't have a fucking winner. It's Saturday morning, guys. I'm not even joking. I can't joke. There was all these problems with the voting system and I mean indiscrepancies and just issues. And this can never again happen, man. I don't care who you voted for. Keep that to yourself. It doesn't even matter. At this point, we all have to come to an agreement. It's a shot system. The system sucks. There's a lot of issues. So everybody was kind of down and out anyway. So I felt a video yesterday wasn't going to do justice. So anyway, Carlos, that's been my week, man. I kind of been under the weather. Every single time the season changes to either spring or winter, it's such a hard adjustment for the Ant-Man. I can't even tell you, man. It's you know what I mean? I always end up falling underneath the weather for a few days or sometimes a fucking week. So luckily I'm feeling a little better, man. You know, I may be a little groggy still, but I've upped the intake of coffees. Today we have a grande vanilla latte, literally from Starbucks, not one of my cold drinks that you can get at the supermarket. This one I actually had to go and make sure they put an extra shot in there. But yeah, Carlos, that's why, and anybody who was wondering, that's why there was no AEW NXT this week, guys. Yeah, it was it was one of those weeks. Murder Hornet, thank you for the coffee, and hopefully you come back later, my man. He says, Murder Hornet says, can't stay, watching later. Good, man, it'll be up. Deuces, got money to make. Make that money, Murder Hornet, man. Kick ass today, whether you're making money or not. Any project you start, whoop that ass, my friend. Thank you for the coffee. I tell you. Hey, Blueprint Nation, what's going on? Red Team, go! What's up, Blueprint? So we got Carlos, Blueprint, SOS is up in here. Did I see Vicky yet? I don't know if I saw Vicky yet, but we have Ashley was up here, man. Long time viewer. I haven't seen her in a while. We got Undisputed. We got JRS9 Gaming. We got 5150s up in here. JP, what's going on, JP? Good to see you again, man. 5-spot coffee. Thank you. Oh, I lost JP. Hold on. The Bay in Spirit Animal. Sasha Banks retains her title for the first time in 5 years. Screwed by Vince. Then he throws a blonde curveball at her. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second, JP. You talk about stealing the shine from Sasha, man. You know, you could not have waited. Just give that moment, man. It was a badass match. It was an awesome feud. I don't know if that's the culmination or there's going to be more matches with Sasha and Bayley, but it's a culmination of sorts. There's no reason for Carmella or anybody to ruin that match or post-match. I just don't understand that, dude. But that's Vince's way of thinking, man. Jibril Goodwin, a couple of coffees. Thank you, Jibril, man. 10 spot. Hey, BC, much love, man. I gotta get this off my chest. I despise CM Punk now, and people are still wanting him to come back. What's your take on Punk returning to WWE via in-ring wise? Well, you know, I think you guys know how I feel about Punk. As a person, it's just somebody I wouldn't want to hang out with. I've heard enough stories by people that know him, that literally know him, or people that were just acquaintances that share the locker room with him. And they're not kind stories, man. I'm not saying he doesn't have a few like close circle friends. And even some of those have told some stories. It just doesn't seem like somebody I would want to hang out with, CM Punk. In-ring wise, I always felt he was mediocre, right? And a lot of people are like, what? BC's had good matches. Well, yeah, but John Cena has had really good matches too. And I'm pretty sure none of you are going to put John Cena wrestling-wise in your top 5, 10, 15, or even 20, or even anywhere close. But John Cena had other aspects that made him have good matches. Same thing with Punk. Punk had a lot of other attributes, no question. But if you look at his running bulldog, I mean, that was sad to watch. If you look at his flying elbow, that was absolutely tragic. His springboard, I never knew if he was going to make it every time he tried it. I never did. So, I mean, in-ring wise, CM Punk was always average. He just was. But yeah, he pulled together some good matches, no doubt. Now, as far as returning, guys, the truth is, I don't care how I feel about somebody. If it's going to be better for the product, then I'm all for it. At this point, WWE needs anything to cling on to. I truly believe Punk left way too early. Phil Brooks left years too early, and I still believe that Phil Brooks has a couple years left in him. So I think that would help the product, and if he was able to put over people in the process, it could help people in the long run. So as much as I feel a certain way about Punk, I do believe that if he came back, I think the product would benefit. I don't know, man. Carlos, 5 spots. Sorry to hear that. You do look beat. You have no idea, man. Like top to bottom, head to toe was fucking like just one of those aches and pains type situations. You know, I know what's going on in the world, so I'm, you know, it could have been that, man. I don't know. But yeah, You know, right after the Raw, it was the next day, you know. Maybe it was the full box of cereal that I ate. Who knows, Carlos? But yeah, man, there was no way I was going to miss this SmackDown review for you guys, man. Because I know I've been gone for almost the whole week, man. Yeah, that's right, Blueprint. I don't care about politics. I vote my brother and my brother's sisters. Fuck voting. They have to earn my votes. Yeah, that's right, man. Never let people dictate however you vote, man. That's your shit. But here in the States, we have a flawed system that needs to be corrected. There's so much like issues. We still don't have a winner, man. It's amazing. This thing started on Tuesday night. Now you expected with the way they were doing it this year it was going to take a while, but wow, states are so like, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's going to be the year 2034 before Nevada even has a result. So fucking odd, man. I think I got all my VIP supers, right? Oh, Rojo, what's going on, Rojo? Two spot, thank you, my friend. So glad you're okay, BC. Respect from Quebec, brother. Yeah, you know, it's winter time. I think we're all going to be kind of taken out a little bit. SOS, yeah, that Carmella thing, man. I see those emojis. Yeah, BC for president. Oh, man, wouldn't that be a trip? That would be incredible, man. Oh, man, I don't know if that's good for the country, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't even know if I could be. I have to check my rap sheet. I caused some issues and problems when I was a kid. Oh, man. Let me make sure I got all my supers, guys. Jibril, Carlos, JP5150. Make sure I got all my Vs. If I missed anybody, dude, in the VIP super chats, I apologize. It's kind of going fast. So I got to... got to make sure I got everybody here. Okay, guys, I'm going to get into... Lucas! My fellow Green Bay fan, man. What up, Lucas? Amp Unit for Senate says SOS. Yeah, right. We'll start small league, man. Let's hey, by the way, guys, a couple hundred of you guys on an early Saturday morning. Let's get that over 100 on the likes, please. Thank you, guys, because that'll help out the people that want to watch this later after the stream. It'll let them know that a video got put out. So everybody smash that like for the Amp, man. Only for the live streams especially, because that drastically helps. Thank you. All right, guys, should we talk about this, man? I got to be honest with you. This isn't even going to take long. I mean, us just shooting the shit is going to take longer than the review. I'm not even joking. This review is probably going to take 5 to 10 minutes, unless I totally go in the left field with a hockey stick and start talking a bunch of shit. But this was it's one of those shows that you can't even say it was good or bad. It was non-existent. There was nothing on this show that we're going to remember. The Sasha and Bayley match itself was good, yes. But nothing that we need to remember or are going to a week from now, probably not even today. Nothing on this show was captivating, intriguing, nothing like sparked anything for the future. This show was, Warrior Nation, you just said it the best, man. The show was just there. It was just a show. I was waiting for something really cool to be like, okay, like now I'm into it. You know, get a little bit of a life into us. Nothing, man. I gotta tell you, man, this show, it was filled with qualifying matches, which we already can't stand. Nobody gives a fuck about this 5-on-5 at Survivor Series. Nobody. They're fighting for nothing, guys. They're fighting. You could literally be fighting for a coupon for a Starbucks latte, and it would be just as significant. That could be on the line at Survivor Series. You get bragging rights and a fucking coupon for Starbucks. Nothing is intriguing for this. In years past, it felt like Survivor Series matches, there was legit bragging rights. It felt like Raw really wanted to beat SmackDown. SmackDown really wanted to kick Raw's ass. This year, you don't have anything, bro. And I know because of the pandemic, they can't switch people. But I think that's BS, man. Vince will have everybody there that needs to be there in his eyes. No, there's just no care going into it. He thinks that this is going to slide, and we're all going to accept it. Please, sir, can I have some more? And we're sitting there with our fucking wooden spoons and bowls, looking up at him like he's the real high chief. Whatever you feed us, we're going to take in. No, man, if you're going to put a shitty card together, we're going to tell you it's a shitty card, and we're going to call it out. So Survivor Series is looking like an absolute train wreck. You have SmackDown last night, which was non-existent. It literally just fucking... The whole card last night, top to bottom, man. The first match of the night, you start to think, okay, they kicked it off in a good way. Then you have the Carmella thing, and you're kind of befuddled. And then the rest of the night, there's nothing to back up that first match. Anyway. Why keep harping on it when we can talk about it? SmackDown Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks versus Bayley starts this thing off. This was a 19-minute match. Started at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time, ended at approximately 8:27 p.m. Eastern Time. Really good title match, obviously, because it's Sasha and Bayley. But not the cleanest match that I've seen them in, and not the smoothest between the two, but still really good. But I've seen them in a much cleaner match in the past, several times actually. Sasha defeats Bayley via the Banks statement. Post-match, Carmella drops Banks on the ramp. Carmella. Really, Vince? Banks should have just had her moment, guys. Bayley and Sasha just put on a near 20-minute good match. Sasha's going up the ramp. You have her do the stare down like, hey, maybe there's more in the future with them, maybe not. And maybe Bayley will get her revenge one day. And Sasha rides off into the sunset for the night, for the week. Carmella, man. Carmella just comes back and she is going to be put. You realize where this is headed. Carmella has just come back and she is going to be in a championship match. I was hoping that when the Bayley thing was over with Sasha, and you get this weird rematch with Asuka done at Survivor Series. Again, not that Asuka and Sasha isn't a good match, but we just saw that whole feud over the summer. Now we're just doing it again because they didn't think about their Survivor Series card. So now we're just going to get Sasha and Asuka again. Anyway, what the fuck? So once Bayley's aside and you get the Asuka Survivor Series thing done, I was hoping for something big right from the jump for Sasha's first opponent. And, oh, we got something all right. We got Carmella. Carmella. Great for Carmella, man. Great for Carmella. Wouldn't it be great to just leave your job for a year or however long she's been, maybe not a year, but leave your job for several months, come back, and you go right to the fucking top. Everybody that's been working their ass off, hit the bricks. Oh, Zelina, you're cute. What are you, 4'11 of heaven? That's adorable. Move aside, please. Carmella's coming through. I don't mind Carmella coming back if you want to make her come back in a dominant way. That's fine, dude. Do I need to see it? No. Have her, build her up. What is the problem with having her come back into a storyline that builds her up toward a title in the future? Not saying she needs to or is going to win it in the future, but why not build her up? Why is she coming back right at the top? Why is she taking out Sasha fucking Banks? Now for Vince, he probably thinks he has nobody really else. Who else is he going to put up there? Nattie? Do we need to see that? Zelina Vega? Yeah, that could be a fun fucking two Spitfires, man. Zelina and Sasha. But exactly, I see some of you guys, man. DeMonte, Trev, the Vince's Blonde Bombshell Brigade, we call it. You know, that's the Blonde Bombshell Brigade. And Carmella was going to move people aside when she came back. Man. A. Merrick says her gear looked hot, but that's it. We didn't need her last night. Yeah, or even if you did bring her back, right? If Vince wants to bring her back, that's cool. She has to come back. And it's not... You know, I'm not saying bring her back in a jobber way because you have somebody come back after a lengthy time with some momentum. Not with Sasha Banks after a moment like that, after a match. Let Sasha have her moment. That's what I'm most befuddled about. They have that match. They have that cool stare down with Bayley and Sasha, and she turns around into a fucking Carmella super kick. So now we're all talking about Carmella after this and not Bayley and Sasha's match. And on top of that, Sasha and Carmella, what is that doing for you guys? Is that going to be at their December pay-per-view? What is that, guys? TLC, by the way? Or is that already earlier in the year? I don't even know with this fucking company anymore. Somebody tell me their December pay-per-view, please. Lucas, it is TLC? All right, so yeah. Okay, so TLC. All right, so is that what we're going to do? Carmella's going to be in a tables match? Right? That's about as fun as seeing Lana go through a table every single week by Nia Jax. Are you going to put her in a ladder match? All right, at that case, you have James Ellsworth come back because that's the only way Carmella's going to win a ladder match. You guys remember that? That was, what was that? Money in the Bank James Ellsworth actually won it for? Unfucking real. Yeah, TLC, a lot of you guys are yeah, so what the fuck, man? I don't know if I don't need to see Carmella. I wanted to see Carmella build herself up. Here's a crazy concept. You have somebody built up to a championship. You don't have them just come back and bestowed a championship match because that makes your product and the whole fucking business look like a fucking joke. SOS, I'm gonna give you one, man, because I mentioned her. She injures most girls. That's the beginning of Nia Jax's theme. Oh, man, I tell you. I agree, Carlos. Nobody needs that shit, man. But she came back, and get ready, guys. After Asuka, it's already started. So because they're keeping Asuka and Sasha away for Survivor Series, you are going to get Sasha Banks versus Carmella for the next big feud. It's just it's where we're headed, man. I have no fucking idea. That's where we're headed, guys. Oh, fuck. Ashley, thank you for the coffee. Big appreciation. Survivor Series 2005, I think, is the go for the SmackDown versus Raw. The build up to it was epic. Oh, 2005. What was the 2005 one, Ashley, or anybody? What was the build to 2005? I'm forgetting now. Thank you, Ashley. I'll be on the lookout to see what was that. I totally forgot, man. We're going way back. What, 15 years? I think that was the only... what was that, guys? What was the build to 2005? Right, nobody knows. Or people are looking it up. Yeah, sorry, Ashley, man. I don't remember the 2005 build, to be honest. With this company, I try to remember what happened fucking last week because that's what they make us do. You burn brain cells watching this fucking product. Anyway, I got to move on with this, though, guys. Hour number 1 ends. That's right, because after the Sasha and Bayley match, everything between was just like some weird backstage segments. You had Kevin Owens talking with Jey Uso and pretty much degrading him, and that led to Roman Reigns getting pissed off because Kevin Owens disrespected the family. I do kind of like it. In Roman Reigns segments, even if they're 1 minute backstage, is fucking badass now. But, I mean, that took your bulk of your first hour. So we ended it with a Survivor Series qualifying match for the men's 5-on-5, Rey Mysterio versus Baron Corbin. And one of those backstage segments was Corbin taking out Mysterio to try to get the upper hand. Rollins hits ringside during this match and attacks Dominic, who was also at ringside. Murphy comes to Dominic's aid with Aaliyah, but Mysterio screams out to Aaliyah to get out of here. She doesn't belong here, and Murphy doesn't belong here. So he wants Aaliyah to be safe and get out, and he doesn't think Murphy should be anywhere there anyway because he has no ties with Murphy. So he's screaming to get Murphy out. The distraction is enough to allow Corbin to hit the end of days and pick up the W. Corbin joins Team SmackDown for Survivor Series. Who gives a fuck? You hear about this stupid 5-on-5. There's no anticipation. Nothing's being built up properly. And so you're thinking, okay, maybe there'll be some badass people in this match. But no, that's like your father telling you he's going to get you an awesome new car for your 18th birthday and he drives up in a Prius to give you. You get a Prius for your 18th birthday. We get Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin, man. Chelsea, $6.99 super. Thank you, Chelsea, man. Thank you for the coffee. Chelsea, you rock. Good to see you up in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. But Baron Corbin, if anybody is truly getting excited for this 5-on-5 Survivor Series match by Baron Corbin being in it, I would love to know what is exciting you about Corbin and the situation. Or this match in general. What is really getting you going? I like it. I like this concept, basically. Maybe they will win a coupon at fucking Starbucks if anybody wins it. You know what I would do, guys? Build the suspense a little bit. Raise the stakes. Whoever wins this match, I don't care if there's 1 survivor or 5 on that team, they get a championship match within 60 days of the victory at Survivor Series. A championship match. So if all 5 win, 5 championship matches within the next 2 months. Get creative. I tell you. Unreal, man. Corbin, aka so super tough too. I don't know, man. Yeah, nobody's got the 2005. Oh, Marius, 2005 was amazing. Batista led Team SmackDown and HBK led Team Raw. Oh, that was back into okay. Well, you're talking superstars though, man. I mean, in today's day and age, who's the superstars in WWE? I would love to know. You know, Bray Wyatt can absolutely be such and is the top dog right now with Roman for the men. Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns. Who else really is there? There is no fucking body else. Exactly, Carlos, 5-spot. Thank you. No one gives a fuck. Exactly. Nobody gives a fuck about the match, 5-on-5. Nobody gives a fuck about Survivor Series right now. I'm sure there's a few fucking people. I like it, and that's cool, man. That's your prerogative. I don't know why this channel would be something you're into, but all right. Yeah, Alexa, JR9 Gaming. Alexa for the females, obviously, no doubt. With Sasha. Bianca Belair is a bright spot. With Shayna Baszler. I just wish people like Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler were booked properly. Even just a little bit, man. A schmid's more properly. And they'll take everything else on their shoulders. They don't even need Vince to move mountains for them. People like Bianca and people like Shayna, they will take their stardom. But Vince has to give them just a little bit. Oh, man, I tell you. It's frustrating when you see actual talent, man, and you just see the old man just not give anything to him. But speaking of, he did give Ruby Riot a shot last night, because then we started hour number 2 with a Survivor Series women's qualifier. This was a triple threat match. This was Ruby Riot versus Zelina Vega versus Nattie Neidhart. Nattie had Zelina locked in the sharpshooter at the end of this, but Ruby jumped in and locked a submission of her own on Zelina at the upper body. So Zelina is in 2 different submissions at this point. Nattie lets go for some odd reason, and Zelina taps out when she lets go. So wouldn't she tap out when there's 2 submissions on her? Nattie gets up, and then Zelina's like, okay. And then Ruby Riot wins the match. So it's cool to see Ruby win the match and get this spot, I guess. At least she gets some pay-per-view time. But it's still an odd finish. Why the fuck would she tap out when Nattie stood up? Somebody, 612, creative writer 612, thought that was an awesome finish. And he probably was like, everybody is going to be befuddled by this, but in a good way. And we were befuddled, but in the most tragic of ways. We weren't going, wow, this is a creative finish. Double submission. Nattie gets up thinking she won. And no, the ref never even tapped Nattie on the shoulder. The ref never said anything. Nattie just stands up. Like she's had enough. She wants to go back. Maybe the coffee is warmed up. She needs her next cup. I'll come back in 5 minutes, guys. Nobody pin each other. I just can't stand that, man. I can't stand when no thought gets put up into the finish. You guys remember for weeks I was talking about fruit roll-up finishes? Everybody was winning a match via a fruit roll-up. You haven't seen too many lately, have you? Maybe they are fucking, taking what we say a little more to heart. Every match cannot end in a roll-up. It can't. You gotta put the finishes need to make sense, man. Robert Hurt says, "Where is Liv Morgan?" I don't know, but I saw Liv Morgan. She's studying for to be a realtor. She's gonna enter real estate, so she's actually in a school down in Florida. Good for her, man. But that's another one. It's a shame. Liv Morgan should have been so much more in WWE. Vince saw nothing with her. It looks like they're split up again, right? Ruby now is gonna be. I don't know, man. They don't know what they're doing with this squad. They have no fucking idea. So now Ruby is on this fucking team with Bianca Belair, and who knows? It doesn't even matter who else. Bianca Belair should be the sole survivor at Survivor Series. That's it. This match is pointless, it is stupid, and nobody cares about it. So make it worth something. Make it worth a damn. Make Bianca Belair a superstar in this match. That's what I say. Yeah, Warrior Nation, you're exactly right. They replaced the roll-up victories with distraction victories. No question, man. That's exactly what they did. I tell you, man. We then have another, if you're not entertained by it, we have a men's Survivor Series qualifier with Baron Corbin and Rey Mysterio. Then we went into a triple threat Zelina, Nattie, Ruby Riot match. Now we're about to have Seth Rollins versus Otis, another men's Survivor Series qualifier. This is just one qualifying match after another for zero fucking reasoning. Nothing is on the line. There is zero bragging rights because you're going to see somebody on every show anyway. Rollins will be on both shows, and then on a drop of a hat, drop of a dime. If Vince needs Rollins on fucking Raw, he'll be right back. Otis will show up on Raw to continue something with Tucker, or vice versa. It's what's going to happen, man. There is no fucking bread. Nobody even cares about the fucking company. This whole roster cares more about their Twitch. This whole roster cares more about their social media. I saw more emotion from people that had to leave Twitch than the emotion that they have on the roster. AJ Styles delivering a heartfelt message about his Twitch. Paige showing a heartfelt message. Cesaro showing a heartfelt fucking delivering a message. You don't see that shit on the fucking roster. They care more about their Twitch, nothing, and I don't blame them. They're literally numb to the bullshit that McMahon delivers to them on a daily showly basis. Oh, I tell you, man. Did I even go over the match? Otis ran this match with Rollins, and he was, as always, entertaining. But in the end, with help from a Murphy distraction, why Murphy was even out there, who knows? Murphy just comes out for just have nothing else to do. Vince Gaz has nothing for me. I might as well just go check out my old buddy Seth. So he causes a distraction to Otis. We get a stomp by Rollins, and Rollins wins this match. And Murphy walks off like he's pissed off. But if you're truly pissed off at Rollins, you get in the ring and you bash his dome piece in. He walks away, and you have everybody backstage. You have Ray, you have Dominic, and Aaliyah. They're all like, what the fuck, Murphy? What the fuck? Even Aaliyah is like, what is this idiot doing? Well, that's your fucking boyfriend of 10 days, Aaliyah. And if it's that bad in 10 days, just imagine 10 months, 10 years. You might want to break up ASAP, storyline-wise. And if you noticed how Aaliyah was dressed, too, a little bit more provocative, McMahon wants you to know that Murphy is turning her into a woman at the hotel room every night. That's what McMahon wants you to know about Aaliyah. You know, she's turning into more of a woman in front of our eyes because Murphy is making her such. You know, and that's going to piss off Dominic and Ray even more. It's fucking, I don't know, man. So now we continue. In Seth Rollins and Murphy, how do you guys remember how this started? They started this feud off by having them in a match in the middle of SmackDown a few weeks ago. Now they're trying to build the story. That's how ass backwards this entire company is. They build a story off of already having the culminating match. Tell me I'm not the only one that thinks this is absolutely fucking mind-numbingly bullshit. I cannot be the only one. I can't just be the negative guy on here. I can't just be the one that's overly critical. Tell me you guys understand this, that this is absolutely ass backwards booking. Dark Spyro, thank you. Jer9, thank you. Batty, Keyshawn. Thank you. Sometimes I have to just ask these questions, even though they're rhetorical. I have to make sure that I'm just not the only one in this far out world. Because you actually have people that will defend this shit. And they think this is an awesome storyline. But I'm like, but we already saw the match. And it was a clean victory. It's not even like we had a match and it was a BS finish. So we need to see a second, third, and fourth match. No, we saw a 20-something minute match, over 20 minutes. We saw a clean victory. The thing was over. We never need to see Rollins and Murphy again. Unfucking real, man. I don't know. I'm still under the weather. It may not seem it, but when I start talking pro wrestling with you guys, we get fucking amped up, bro. It was just not even a bad show. It was just who was it? Warrior Nation. It was just there. It was just something that they just threw shit. It seems like they did this in 10 seconds and they were like, that's it. Once they had Sasha and Bayley announced last week, they were like, we can just fill in the fucking blanks right before the show goes on the air. There's no care into this card, man. Everything was a qualifier for the stupid, nonsensical Survivor Series match. And then the main event. The main event was Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns had this match set up again after I told you guys Owens talked some shit to Jey Uso. So Roman's music kicks up in the middle of this match. The distraction causes Owens to get low blowed by Jey Uso. I think it was like a headbutt to the midsection or something. And then a splash by Uso, and Kevin Owens is defeated. So Owens continues to be Jobber McKenzie. And Jey Uso keeps... Roman at this point comes down, not to ringside. I think he stayed at the on the ramp. And Jey Uso just starts screaming, I got you. I see clearly now. I love you, Oos. He's doing all that. And the show ends with Roman holding his title in the air, smirking down at Owens. Obviously, this is going to lead to something with Owens versus Roman Reigns. As if I need to see that, but whatever. If you can build this correctly, I mean, Roman is firing on all cylinders, so I'm willing to give this an absolute chance. But I just hope that they don't drop the ball on this, man. Roman and Jey Uso has been so fucking good. It's continuing in some type of way. I hope this continues with Kevin Owens and going into 2021. But Jey Uso, what is his end game? Is he truly, do you guys think he's truly with Roman, or is this going to be a setup deal and him and Jimmy are going to take out Roman and maybe they'll work with The Rock if indeed we go Rock and Roman at WrestleMania? Or is it going to be a little dynasty with the Usos and Roman, and The Rock, when he does come back, is going to have to go through all of them? I think that's the better storyline. Some people are talking about Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania instead of The Rock and Roman. I would rather Rock and Roman. Absolutely. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, I already saw at a pay-per-view in the past. It can absolutely still be good. They would have to make Daniel Bryan much more relevant than he is right now, because Daniel Bryan is not WrestleMania main event worthy right now. And you guys know that. And you know how much I love Daniel Bryan. And I wouldn't mind him seeing him. I can fucking speak. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a main event again. But right now, the way he's booked, absolutely, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan does nothing for me. I would much rather see Rock and Roman. Can I get I'm going to do a little poll right now, guys. I want to kind of poll you guys. Would you rather see Daniel Bryan, D-Bry, and Roman at Mania, or The Rock and Roman? I kind of want to gauge where you guys are at with that, if you don't mind. I'm seeing a lot of Rock and Romans. Rock and Roman. Actually, Tyler, Julie, Ballard, Carlos, Keyshawn, DeMonte, Torrey, Rock and Roman. Torrey, what's up, Torrey? Haven't seen you in a fucking minute. Or ever. Since the live streaming. Wait, this is going fast. I can't get, hold on, word. This is going mad fast. Gabrielle, DeMonte, did I get DeMonte James Gaming? I haven't seen one. Brian can happen. Rumble time. Jared, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if that's. I need to see that at WrestleMania. Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan in Rock. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns, absolutely. Sue, what's going on? Hi to you too. Rock, Roman, Rock. Yeah, you guys are kind of with me, man. Or not kind of. You guys are fully with me on this. Rock and Roman is the better storyline too. Man, it's hard. I don't want to say better match. Daniel Bryan and Roman would be a damn good match, but I think Rock would bring everything he's ever had in his life, man, more than he brought with Cena. And we already know he got injured in that Cena match too, but I think he would lay it all on the line for this Roman match. But not only the match, the storyline that you would have with this supposed High Chief in Roman, when we know in reality the High Chief of that family is The Rock. The story is sitting in their lap. And in that case, I would like to see the Usos with Roman. And then The Rock has to fight the entity, the whole fucking group. That I would like to see. So it looks like a lot of you guys are absolutely... SOS, can I turn on slow? Probably, but there's. I want to make sure that I'm getting everybody when I live poll. So slow chat will actually negate me actually seeing the newest guys when I do check the chat. So that's why I can't do the slow one. But I defer to it when I ask you guys stuff, and I know there's a lot of YouTubers that don't really look at the chat often. That's not that, if I'm going to live stream, I want to interact with you guys. That's the whole idea of it. Obviously I can't get to everybody. I can't see everybody. So it seems like sometimes I call the same people, and somebody, somebody never gets a shout out. It's not on purpose. I assure you guys, man, there's a lot of people going up. IKEA, Haywood, BC and Roman. Yeah. Guys, over 250, by the way. Smash that like for me, please. It helps the people that are not able to catch this on a live stream. It helps them view it later. It's actually going to push it out to people so they know there was a video. So everybody in here, just smash that like for me. It helps out the people that are not able to catch this live. I start this early in the morning or in the morning on a Saturday when people have to do shit. So they can't watch it live. So they have to come back later. And if the tube isn't pushing it out, then they just don't get to watch it, or they got to watch some other fucking schlub. So, also, where's Sami Zayn? Yeah, Zayn is there one day, and then he's gone the next, man. He's gone for 6 months. He's the IC champion when he comes back. He's gone for another fun couple weeks. You don't fucking know with this shit. And so, again, guys, we went off there with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso at the top of the ramp. Uso is showing his allegiance. Roman Reigns is holding up his championship. Kevin Owens is a loser once again. And that's kind of where we're at. The show, I can't stress this enough. When it ended, I was like, what the fuck was this? Nothing on a 2-hour SmackDown on Fox, 2 weeks before Survivor Series, nothing on this show had a pulse. But it wasn't even to the point of bad necessarily. It just was a non-existent show. And if you told me I'm getting Sasha Banks and Bayley in a nearly 20-minute match, Banks wins this match, first real legit title defense in forever, and you're telling me that show would still be non-existent, I would have said you done fallen on your dome piece a couple, 2-3 times too many as a kid. And these 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches, I mean, how riveting is this? How electrifying is this? 0%. These 5-on-5s are doing nothing, man. The participants in this match, you could literally have this 5-on-5 on Raw or SmackDown. It would make the same impact. None. You keep waiting for something to get us excited for this 5-on-5. It's like waiting for a PlayStation fucking 5 to come around underneath your Christmas tree, and you open up the present and it's an ugly sweater. Anyway, guys, we only have, what is it? There's one more, is it one more Raw? 2 more Raws and a couple more SmackDowns. And that's your Survivor Series build. Your 4th biggest pay-per-view in WWE Survivor Series. And that's how we're going to end 2020, unless TLC can do something miraculous. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And what is on this card, man, that we haven't already seen, or is just literally a Raw and SmackDown match? Guys, if you're looking to be entertained tonight, by the way, AEW is putting on an event called Full Gear. I don't know if any of you guys watch AEW. I mean, by the way, that's the Raw. Might as well been. SmackDown was non-existent, so we might as well go and talk about how shitty Raw was again. But for the SmackDown review, that is it, guys. So if you're here for the review, thank you, and I will see you guys on whenever, next fucking week. Or maybe I do a Full Gear review, if I'm feeling top-notch. I'm still a little under the weather, but possibly. We can do a Full Gear review. So who knows? But until next week, thank you guys, and we'll check you. For anybody that wants to stick around, I'm going to hit up a few more topics, including AEW Full Gear. I want to get to some supers that I just saw come in not too long ago, so I want to talk to my VIPs. And so yeah, we're going to hang around for another at least 5 to 10 minutes. But for all you guys that came here for the review, thank you. Check you later. All right, for AEW Full Gear, guys, any AEW fans out there, again, they have an event, Full Gear, tonight. Their match lineup, as for now, announced is 9 matches. Serena's going to be taking on Allison Kay for the NWA Women's title. Orange Cassidy will be taking on John Silver. MJF will be taking on Chris Jericho. That's one that a lot of people are looking forward to. I don't know who out-heels the other. None of these guys can turn face, man. I don't want to see it anyway. MJF is so damn good as a heel. Jericho is a natural born heel, just like MJF. I don't know where they go with this match, but I'm going to be interested to find out. I already am. And I know AEW is going to do this justice. Matt Hardy is going to take on Sammy Guevara yet again, but this one is in the Elite Deletion match. Hardy he's teasing that this is going to be the best deletion match ever. And I never doubt Matt Hardy. And I know what him and Sammy Guevara can do in that, I was going to say in the ring, but just together, wherever this thing ends up. I know that these two are going to deliver tonight, man. So don't sleep on that match. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. This is the match that everybody has waited for over 9 months. Better part of a year. We knew it when they formed a tag team. We knew that this was going to culminate in a match with the two. They had some tension. And then the whole thing kind of got cold and stale for me. But then when Kenny Omega said, no, I'm going full throttle singles run now. And that's when I started to get that spark back for Kenny Omega. I started to see Adam Page rack up some some victories on his own, and then I was like, all right, now they can meet. Now that they are defined once more, man. Now, who do you have lose, Paige or Omega? I don't see how you can have Omega lose this match. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't see Omega losing this. But it's a match that a lot of people have been waiting for. FTR, you talk about a match we've all been waiting for. This is when FTR was in WWE, the Revival. We were waiting for the Young Bucks in what is now FTR. That match is going to happen tonight for the AEW tag titles, guys. FTR versus the Young Bucks. So that's another. I mean, this is just a stacked card. So if you do want to be entertained tonight, if you have some, if you have money to throw down and you want to, this is going to be a badass event. I truly believe this has the capability. If it goes awry, you can hate the messenger on this. But this has the capability of being AEW's best pay-per-view that they produced. And I know pre-COVID and all that, man. I understand. But when you look at this card, I mean, this rivals any other badass card that they've had. So FTR Young Bucks tag titles. Cody versus Darby Allin for the TNT title. So even with all those badass matches, you even have a TNT title match. Do I think Darby Allin should be taking it from Cody? Absolutely not, but I think they're going to deliver badass. Shida versus Rose, AEW women's title. We know that the women's division is very thin, so there's not too much you can do for Shida right now. I do not see Nyla taking this title again, or at least not off Shida. You tell me Shida's run was just to give this to Nia Jax. Imagine that, Nia Jax versus Nyla Rose. This was just to give it to Nyla Rose. I don't see that, guys. So Shida versus Rose tonight. I don't know. I'm going to give it a chance. Not something I need to see, though. Moxley versus Kingston for the AEW World title. Now, you got to think about, I love these two together. You guys know how I feel about it if you ever caught my AEW reviews. I just love Kingston and Mox's chemistry. I think they're so much alike while at the same time being so damn different. And if you look at Kingston, it just seems like a few months ago, this guy was just coming to AEW. He wasn't even a member of the roster. He was just coming in to get a chance, right? Cody was having his open challenges and all that, and they were bringing in some independent talent. And you didn't know if Kingston was going to stick around. It was like what was that Warrior? Remember, he was like the Warrior guy. I forgot his name, man. All apologies to the dude. But he came in for the open challenge as well. And he didn't sign a contract. We didn't even know if Evilise was going to sign a contract or even Thunder Rosa. Kingston was one of those dudes where you pretty much thought that was the end of it. And not long after that match, Kingston was signed with AEW. And here we are just a few months later. He's not just signed to AEW. Kingston is in a main event match, a title match with fucking Mox. My point is, you gotta give credit where it's due. You gotta look at Kingston like the real deal, the legit motherfucker, who isn't here to play around. Kingston is the real deal. On the promo, on that mic, man, this guy lights it up better than 99% of these motherfuckers who trained their entire fucking life or went through a performance center, right? Like a carbon copy box, jumped out of Amazon. Kingston shows up after being on the indies for so damn long, and he's cutting better promos than all these redefined dudes. He's putting on matches with dudes like Mox that are more captivating than half the matches we see with all these dudes that are supposedly much more main roster bound, much more main roster worthy is what we heard. But Kingston is blowing them all away, and you're telling me he's not deserving of this? Sorry for the side rant, not sorry. Warhorse, thank you guys. Vic 4 and whoever else. Yes, Jordan Cruz. Warhorse was his name, and I don't believe he ever signed. Or maybe he signed and got injured. I have no idea, but I haven't seen the dude since. These were just seeing if people fit. Kingston came, and I heard a lot of people going, I don't see it, and he's older now, right? Kingston's not a spring chicken. He's been doing this for a minute. So, I like that main event, man. Some people are split on it. They don't know enough about Kingston, but yeah. So that's the card, man. I mean, you have culminating moments and matches that we've been waiting for a long time. Hopefully they deliver. That's AEW. Are you guys getting AEW tonight? Anybody want to answer? Do you even know if you're getting AEW or not, or just a hard no, or you just don't want to spend the money on it? GR9 Gaming's going to watch it, yep. SOS is watching it. Quentin Canada, SmackDown vs. Raw 2005 build was attacking each other in the parking lot, going to others' brand, beating it. Yeah, I love that. Oh, then that was the 2000. Oh, that was the Batista and Shawn Michaels one. Somebody told me about. Yeah, you guys know how I feel about the parking lot brawls and all that. Get away from the ring, man. Build suspense and build and entertainment as a whole by just going to other. I love barroom brawls. I love parking lot brawls. I'm going to the fucking dark alley. I don't give a shit. Tyler says no. I'm going to find a way to see it for free, says Batty. Blueprint says if I have the time. I'm broke, says Quentin. I'm watching Full Gear, says DeMonte. I can't. I'm broke as fuck, says Lucas. Yeah, and Lucas, I don't know about that victory over San Fran, man. They were a depleted team. So once we start beating teams like Brady's team, man, Tampa Bay, man, then I'll look at us as a threat. I'll try to, says Keyshawn. Chubble says no. So a lot of you guys are kind of split, it looks like. So yeah, so if you guys do watch it, man, hopefully it is entertaining, man. A couple more things I want to hit up before I check some super chats here, guys, and let you guys go about your weekend. Undertaker, it's announced that his final farewell will be Survivor Series. That was already hinted, but WWE made the official announcement. I don't think this is the end of the Undertaker, brah. I don't see any reason why it should be. I know he has said in his last ride docu-series that he doesn't want to just go out there, throw a choke slam and a tombstone and call it a day. If he can't be the Undertaker that he knows he used to be, he doesn't want to be out there. But he's got to let that aside, man. He can still draw the money. He knows he still loves to take that walk and be in the middle of that ring. And he knows that all of us would love to see the Undertaker for 2 fucking minutes. And if it's just a choke slam and a tombstone for a couple of more WrestleManias, then you don't even take time away from other talent. The storyline doesn't have to take away from anyone. The match itself would only be 2 fucking minutes, 90 seconds, 60 fucking seconds. No youngster is getting time taken away. And we get The Undertaker gets to take the walk. There's no reason Undertaker can't do this all the way through WrestleMania 40 and then call it a career. There's no fucking reason. But we're going to have some special occasion for The Undertaker at Survivor Series, and I got to be honest with you, that's the only thing that I'll actually be like, oh, let's see what they have in store for us. Because everything else, status quo. Same old bullshit we expected from this company. Undertaker, hey man, I always enjoy seeing him. Triple Threat has already been announced for Monday Night Raw. It's a second chance qualifier for Survivor Series for the men. So for that final 5th spot, it's going to be Jeff Hardy versus Elias versus Riddle. So now you already lost your chance to get on the team. Now you're going to have another chance to get on the team. Could this become any more ridiculous? They still don't know what the fuck they're fighting for. But we're going to have 5 fucking chances to get on this stupid fucking team. Paige, man. Paige is opening up about Del Rio and the abuse that he dealt her, man. Paige is talking about, he's like, why should I not talk about? Paige is talking about like being trapped for hours and him beating on her. And I don't even know, man. But Paige is, she's tweaking out about her Twitch. She won't even call Del Rio by his name. She calls him Voldemort. So Del Rio's not happy about this, obviously. So you got some little E-channel drama, some Hallmark Channel drama there between Paige and Del Rio. You have Nikki Bella talking about how she's having dreams of John Cena. Ever since John Cena got married, Nikki Bella, who's already remarried, she never was married, and I believe has a kid now. Nikki Bella is having dreams of John Cena and like deep conversations and vivid. I'm like, why would you say that publicly? Your new husband is not going to want to hear this. Nikki Bella, what the fuck? So, yeah, you got some fucking, I'm telling you, man, this quarantine and everything, it's pulling out some weird shit from people, man. People are having weird dreams. People are fucking... people have nothing better to talk about. I don't even know. Iron Rhea says, I won't have a relationship until I'm married. I am 18 years old. You're probably for the best, Iron. Enjoy single life. Have fun, man. Experience as many women as you can. Because relationships, man, they can be a bitch. A lot goes into it, man. And marriage and kids. Wow, man. More power to these people. I think Cena felt the pressure to get married when he saw Nikki Bella. I don't think Cena ever got over Nikki Bella. Don't think for one second that down the road, Nikki Bella and John Cena aren't either A, going to get together or they're going to cheat on their spouses. I'm not saying this is going to happen where I want it to happen, but I'm saying don't be surprised if they actually cheat on one another, on one another's spouses, and they hook back up again. Anyway, now we're turning into the fucking gossip channel. Moving on, guys. I want to get to some supers. Thank you guys, every one of you that smashed that like button. For the people that are going to view this later in the day, that greatly helps out the chances of the video being pushed to people who couldn't watch it in the live stream. And we're almost at 200 of smashing that like button. Thank you guys so much. I want to get to some supers, guys, before we end this too. Carlos, another 5 spot. Carlos, you rock, dude. Thank you. Rock, but can Vince produce Rock? From what I'm hearing is there's the gap. So if Rock's available, Carlos, yeah, he can. Would Rock do it? I think so. Rock has already said that's the one match he would absolutely come back for. So and I think Vince and Rock are always in cahoots. I really think they're always in. I think that they were obviously in cahoots when The Rock bought the XFL. They were obviously in cahoots when The Rock, I'm guessing anyway, Rock probably sent like an LOL kind of text to Vince before he supported Biden for president. I'm sure The Rock, because The Rock knows the relationship between Vince and Mr. Trump. So Mr. Biden over here, that's right, I'm giving them both respect. Yeah, Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump, whatever the fuck. I don't get into the political game like you guys do, man. You guys hate each other's fucking everything. So he knows how Vince looks at, we'll call it Trump then, and Biden. And Rock supported Biden. So I think Rock absolutely must have sent an LOL text to Vince. Like, brace yourself, I'm about to support blah, blah, you know what I mean? So I absolutely think they're in cahoots, and I honestly think Rock can square off some time, especially with this pandemic and a lot of projects have been shuttered. That match can happen. We'll see, Carlos. I would like that better than, much better than Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. 100%. And Carlos, another 5 spot, dude. Thank you, man. Coffees for the weekend on Carlos. Will you do a good, bad, ugly on AEW for their pay-per-view? Possibly, Carlos. I'm not sure, man. Again, I'm still under the weather. This coffee is helping me stay amplified for this review, but I still am under the weather. So, but if I can be that fully amplified motherfucker that I should be, then we'll do a review tomorrow. If not, then it wasn't possible. But I hope to do some type of review tomorrow for AEW. I just don't know. We'll see how we're feeling. Thank you, Carlos. Renee, 5 spot coffee. Renee, thank you. What do you know about the rumors of Mox going back to WWE? Don't want to spend the money. Oh, on the pay-per-view? Yeah, I mean, they could be hefty. What is the pay-per-view? If you don't have the actual stream service or whatever it is, I think it's like $40 at least, maybe 50. But it's hefty. I know that. Yeah. So I don't blame you, Renee. Hopefully I'll let you know what happened in the review if I can do one. As far as what I've heard about the rumors of Mox going back to WWE, I would say absolute bullshit. Mox is so happy right now. He wants nothing to do with the WWE right now. So I would say it's absolute bullshit. But that's my own personal belief on the situation. Renee, thank you. Means a lot. Hatcher Payne, 5 spot coffee. Thank you, Hatcher. Vince Russo believes AEW and WWE are in cahoots. Your thoughts, bro? At the beginning, maybe I would have gave him a little bit of benefit of the doubt, and absolutely not now. Seeing all that I know and seeing how hard Triple H and NXT is trying to combat these motherfuckers, in the shots that AEW has sent over to H and WWE, in the trademark lawsuits, and at least they're working together trademark-wise, though I think WWE is getting some old WCW names that Cody had, and Cody gets to use his real name now, Cody Rhodes. But no, everything that I'm seeing, I think Vince Russo is absolutely wrong. But Vince Russo always loved conspiracy theories, so I don't mind him starting that up. You know, you never know, man. Everything is worth investigating. Ms. Flawless Stone, 20 spot, man. That's all the coffees for the rest of the day. And Carlos has Sunday covered. Thank you, Ms. Flawless Stone, for the 20 spot. I got here late, BC, so I will definitely look at this video, but I was not happy about Carmella showing up, and now we'll get a title shot. Sasha Banks deserves a real challenger. In BC, I thought automatic rematches were done. Of course, because they announced automatic rematches were done. But that doesn't mean anything. This company has proven and shown that they say one thing and they'll do another, right? We have a brand split. We promise. And then you see everybody just jumping over to each other's brands and they have to give it a fancy name. Oh, it's a wild card rule. What the fuck are you talking about? Then it's not a brand split. Oh, there's no more automatic rematches unless we need an automatic rematch, which is all the time. Oh, we remember when Triple H, Vince McMahon, and Stephanie McMahon stood in the middle of the ring and promised real change until a week later, and then that's over with, right? We say one thing and we do another. It's what this company does. So, and I also agree with you wholeheartedly. When you rewatch this vid later, Miss Flawless Stone, you'll hear me talk about Carmella in that situation. I understand you want to bring her back in a meaningful way. That does not mean you bring her back right at the top spot going for a championship, because that's what this is going to lead to. Carmella, I don't care if you're the biggest Carmella fan. This isn't even shade. I don't mind Carmella. She has no business being anywhere near Sasha Banks right now, A. And B, that was Sasha's moment. Her first real title defense on TV over Bayley in a near 20-minute match. That's her moment. Let her ride off for the fucking week. Just for a day, let her ride off. And let people talk about that victory. Nope, Carmella comes back, super kicks her dome piece off. Thank you, Miss Flawless Stone. Much appreciated. Oh, I tell you. I don't know if I got all my VIPs. I'm hoping I did, man. Let me just go back and check, man. I'm hoping. Chubless the Bear, man. Coffee. Chubless. Thank you, man. Down that shit and get amplified. Chubless the Bear. Who's that? Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea, another $6.99. Chelsea, thank you. Baron Corbin, did he ever work out, I wonder? I would much want to see Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. BC, your thoughts on Jey Uso's match? Well, Jey Uso's on last night with Owens was okay. It was a mundane show, so I was taken out of it because there were so many just nonsensical qualifying matches. So by the time I got to Jey Uso and Kevin Owens, I didn't even matter. Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, those matches, those are phenomenal, Chelsea. Absolutely phenomenal. Hold on, let me get back to. I want to make sure I'm answering all of that. Yeah, so I love Jey Uso's matches with Roman. As far as Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, no question. I can't wait till that match. It might be at WrestleMania. If they do that, it's going to be face versus face. None of them should be a heel going into that, and you're going to have to do that properly. They've done it in the past properly, face versus face, and they've done it correctly, but it's been a while since I've seen a real badass feud from a face versus a face. You know, and I don't know how they're going to do it without one coming across as a heel. It's not needed. Or do they automatically turn Sasha right back to heel after getting that title? I have no idea, but I'm open for that championship match as well. And a big stage like WrestleMania. We'll see. Baron Corbin, did he ever work out, Chelsea? That's another story, man. I would love to teach him some things in the gym, though. And but I don't think he... he does work out, actually. He came from a football background, and we saw some Performance Center videos on the network. Yeah, so he does work out, but I don't think he takes it to a level that he needs to be puffed out like Ryback and all them, Cryback. You know what I mean? So maybe he just does it for strength. I don't know, but yeah, he's not a big gym rat. I know that. But that's not even my problem with Baron. It's just Baron needs another... there needs to be definition to his character. He needs more. Calling him King Corbin was never going to do anything. Having him go out there and win 10 out of 12 matches is not going to make us go, wow, Baron Corbin's badass. There's a lack of just getting drawn to this guy. There's nothing. And I think I speak for over 90% of their audience. Baron Corbin is not bringing people to the yard. Thank you, Chelsea. Danny Green. 10 spot. Danny Green, what's up? Sorry for the late arrival. It's all good, man. Hopefully this vid will be up later. And you could check out the rest of it, man. It's a fast review, the actual review itself, Danny Green, to be honest, because last night's show was absolutely non-existent. Sorry for the late arrival. BC was watching my team playing football, soccer to the USA. Unfortunately, they lost. Managed to get this stream on pause, so am catching up on the review. Enjoy some coffee. Danny Green, I appreciate it. And I hope your football team, soccer team here in the US, I hope they kick ass for the rest of the season, man. I don't keep up with, but I'm hoping your team, You support the channel, I'm going to support your fucking team. How's that? Unless I start getting into it, and then whatever team I choose, then we have to come to blows. Thank you, Danny Green. This Flawless Stone I got. Jibril Goodwin, another 5 spot. Jibril, thank you, man. Good to see you up in the chat. Thank you for the coffee. BC, I hope the Hall of Fame next year. Brian Pillman should be in it. What do you think? What the fuck, dude? There's no question. I don't know. I mean, there's things in his past, I guess, that they're trying to stay away from. But, and of course, if they do that, then they're going to bring up the whole incident with Steve Austin. Remember when Austin went to the whole house incident with Brian Pillman? Maybe they don't want that to come up too. There's a lot of things, man, with Pillman. But there's no doubt, man. It's one of the travesties with him, Owen Hart. Man. So, yeah, Brian Pillman absolutely should be there, Jibril. And I can't wait till he is. Carlos, another 5 spot. Get better for tomorrow so we can get an amplified live. Well, it ain't going to be too amp tomorrow, I assure you. It's going to take a while. I was down and out for sure, but we'll get a review. But at least AEW, I don't got to get that pissed off usually. Usually AEW puts together a good show. That last pay-per-view, a lot of things went wrong in that pay-per-view, and it was weird for AEW. They're usually not like that. Justwood, BC, you look like a young JD from New York. Yeah, that's my boy. That's right. Much better looking. Much better than now. I love my boy, man. He's he's been doing it years longer, man. He's got a lot more grays up in the beard, I assure you. You cover this product long enough. Oh, man. It'll wear on you. So I got some years on him, man. I jumped late into the game. That's why I look younger. We're probably around the same fucking age, man. I forgot what he told me last time I was there. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, around the same. Did I get everybody's live? I think I got... Dude, if I missed any lives, guys. Again, Carlos, thank you, man. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully I'm rocking coffees and a little bit. I'm going to try to rest. The Ant-Man doesn't really rest. That's not in my vocabulary. But, yeah, man, whatever took me out earlier in the week, man, I'm going to try to get a lot better. But I'm glad we can at least have this review, man. There was no way I was not going to do a SmackDown review for you guys. Thank you, Carlos. By the way, Chelsea, another $3.99. You rock, Chelsea. Thank you. Thoughts on Sasha versus Bianca? Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's what I said, Chelsea. As I said earlier, I can't wait to see that match. I just think it has to be face versus face, and you got to be careful doing that. Because if you're not careful, one is going to come across as a heel. Do we need to see Sasha already become a heel again after she just returned face, basically? You know what I mean? I mean, now we're just doing the same thing we did with Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax 100 times. We're flip-flopping face and heel. It's no better than Kane and Big Show at that point, or Braun Strowman. The only difference is Sasha is actually relevant, obviously. But yeah, I can't wait to see Sasha and Bianca. It's 2 of my favorites. You guys know how I feel about Bianca. She has been totally misused since she got to this fucking roster. That's why I say she better be the sole survivor come Survivor Series. Guys, much love to all you guys. This already went over an hour. This should have been a 20-minute video because this SmackDown yesterday was a no-show. There was nothing good there was nothing big that happened. Nothing captivating, nothing entertaining. I can't even call it a bad show because this show was just, as Warrior Nation put it, it was there. It was just... I don't even know how anybody would review this. I mean, they just put together a bunch of qualifying matches and boom, we're done. 2 more of these bitches and then we get the Survivor Series. How many more SmackDowns, bitches? 612. What is it? 612's all anxious to raise his hand. We have 2 more SmackDowns, Vince. Well, let's get them done with. Throw more qualify. Vince, we already have all the qualify. There's 5 versus 5. Have them in another match. Just in case there was any doubt match. Just in case there was any doubt match. What? Yes. Oh, I don't even know, man. What are they going to do for the next 2 weeks? There's nothing to build here. No superstar is going to each other's brand. Nothing is exciting here. So we're going to have the worst go-home week. The week of the 16th going on. We're going to have the worst go-home. It's fuck. I can't even. I fucking tell you guys, man. Ooh, that got some fucking height. Thank you for the coffees to all my my amp unit. It's time to hit the bricks. I gotta re-up, actually. This is getting fucking cold. I gotta go get another one so I'm above the weather and feeling fully amplified. Oh my, what the fuck? MVP status personified. At the top of the chain goes Miss Flawless Stone with a 50 spot. What in the flying? Miss Flawless Stone. That is all of probably Monday's coffees and probably leaning into Tuesdays. Miss Flawless Stone. Wow, man. MVP status, 50 spots. Sasha Banks definitely needed her moment for sure. But BC, when I learn how to wrestle, I want a hair color women's championship match against Sasha Banks. The loser will change her hair color. I hope that idea works for you. Sasha, keep it warm. First of all, I'll remember that you contributed to the channel, so you become a pro wrestler. I am going to absolutely back you and be behind you 100%. You support the Ant-Man, I'm going to support you. So if you say you're going to do a hair match, on paper to a lot of people, that sounds like a fucking dumb idea. I bet you can pull it off if you had a sense of creativity like I do. So, run it by me, Miss Flawless Stone, when you become a wrestler. Let me know what the situation is, and I'll give you some tips, because I know how that could work. I know how you could take that idea and actually get people invested into it. But what are you changing Sasha Banks' hair to? Is she going back to purple? Because that's not a big change. I would put something on the line, like it's got to go fucking yellow or some shit. It's got to go gray. But, you know, you can make, what I've learned in pro wrestling is you can make any concept work if you just put in the time, effort, resource, and creativity. So I love it because it makes me get creative. So yeah, that would definitely be fun, man. The loser changes it. That's funny. I hope the idea works. So you, Sasha, keep it warm. You know, man, hopefully Sasha does keep it warm too, man. She deserves a long title run now, and I don't even want to see her lose that WrestleMania. She probably will, and if Bianca is the one to do it, then that's pretty badass. Miss Flawless Stone, thank you so much. You are absolutely fucking awesome. Just when I say MVP status, man, support like that just personifies it. Carlos for the multiple coffees as well. All you guys, man. Unreal. Pedro W with a 5-spot last minute too. The problem with brand versus brand is there's drafts every year and no brand loyalty. That's what I mean. You're exactly right, Pedro. There's no definition or defining what is what anymore in the company. And when you start to lack that, then guess what? People are seeing through the cracks and we're not going to believe anything going forward. So now when you try to do a brand versus brand, we already see the BS behind it. Hopefully that makes sense. Exactly right, Pedro. Thank you for the coffee. To all my supers, man. I want to give you guys another shout out, man. Pedro, thank you. Pedro, another one too. Another 5-spot from Pedro. Also, I hate that they call it a draft. It's not like the Packers can select Mahomes next year. Exactly right. So they call it a draft and then you get fucking Braun Strowman or some shit. Or fucking Sami Zayn is staying on the same brand. Wow, Cesaro and Shinsuke are drafted to SmackDown. And then you're like, wait, weren't they already on SmackDown? That's what I mean about no excitement. Absolutely right, Pedro. Pedro, thank you for the supers. Miss Flawless Stone, can't thank you enough for the couple of supers and that bomb 50. Chelsea for the supers, man. Chelsea, Elaine, Carlos, Jibril Goodwin. Carlos several times, man. Much love, you know that, my brother. Yeah, Miss Flawless Stone with the 20 on top of the 50. Hatcher Payne, thank you. Renee Goodyear. Chubless the Bear. Danny Green. Ashley Steggles. Rojo Vermetti. Jibril Goodwin with another one too, that 10 spot. JP 5150. Murder Hornet. So all you guys, man, I hope I got everybody. Apologize if I missed anyone. Chelsea at the last second coming in with a 399. Hope you are well. I was referring to WrestleMania. Yeah, and I definitely talked about the WrestleMania match for sure between Sasha and Bianca. So, and as far as Bayley versus Sasha, that's the match I would have liked to have seen at WrestleMania, but they fast-tracked it, and You know, we got the good out of it, but we could have gotten a lot better from Sasha and Bayley. And they fast-tracked it to Hell in a Cell, and then they had the rematch at the kickoff of a SmackDown. We could have gotten a lot more out of them, and maybe we still will. But, yeah, there could have been more. And now it looks like possibly Bianca, because if not Bianca, who else would you have? Who the fuck else would you have? You know? Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you to all you guys, man. All my VIPs for sure, and everybody out there, man. Yeah, Ikea Haywood, when's Tyler's Day 30 coming out? I saw that, man. Yeah, probably by the year 2035 at this point. One issue after another, and then this thing is just suspended everything. Forget going out with a camera with people. You can't even go on a sidewalk and be 6 feet into. I mean, people are coming up to you and like yelling at you. You know, I mean, if you're socially, they don't care. If you ain't got the mask on or the mask properly, I'm seeing people go up and yell at people. So there ain't no movies being filmed, that's for sure. And we were already having enough issues. So I don't know, man. It's you know, nobody expected this for sure, and we were having issues on the movie anyway. But yeah, I think 2034, we'll set that for a fucking date. Matthew, my birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Matthew. Who's that? Christina Nadia? Hopefully I got that right. Bye-bye, Trump, off to jail. Trump's going to jail? I love seeing how you guys hate each other's candidate and you come up with the craziest thing. I promise Trump will never go to jail. He's never going to go to jail, I promise you. In fact, there's not even a winner. You guys could be getting 4 more years of Mr. Donald Trump, man. So careful, man. You know, there's a big investigation going on. Ikea, I just answered when Tyler's Day 30 is coming out. 2034, we think at this point. Nothing's in production. Everything's shut. The whole country's shut down. Thank you, though. Go Packers. You know it, Deltron. Jonathan. All right, guys. Check you. I kept you here long enough. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. If I'm feeling up to par, I'll do an AEW review tomorrow. If not, tune in for Monday Night Raw, obviously. Laura, what's up? I hope you're not just joining because I got to take off, but smash that like for sure and catch the vid, man. It'll be up on the channel in a little bit, so we'll check you, Laura. BC, you're a YouTuber. Jonathan Harris, check you later. Red Team Go, Blueprint Nation, we'll check you, man. I'm glad you caught the stream. Christina Nadia says, oh, yes, he is. Oh, no, he's not. And I assure you, I know how this works. Trump isn't going to no jail, but it's cute that a lot of people think he is. That's adorable. A president is not going to prison, I assure you. I don't care what they find on this guy. Same thing with Biden. I know Biden has a lot of shit on him, and just like Hillary Clinton, they're not going to jail. Relax, everybody. You guys are so caught up in this shit. Oh, you people think he's going to jail one day, and then the next day he's fucking. It's determined he's the president. You guys are going to lose your shit. Yeah, well, thank you, Tembi. I appreciate it. Keyshawn, check you later. Check you later, Laura. Chelsea, check you later, and thank you for the soups. Sorry for the spam, Ikea. No, that wasn't spam. You probably didn't hear my response. So I saw you, though, Ikea. Yep, we're going to start production again as ASAP, man. Hopefully. I mean, there's a lot of issues with that, but... Brian Erdy, check you. Carlos, Red Team, go! Thank you, Carlos. Donnell, check you. Warrior, check you. Miss Flawless Stone. You better drink a refresher from Starbucks. No doubt, man. And I have the resources to do such now. I actually like the refreshers, man. I actually do. So, Miss Flawless Stone, thank you so much. The support for the channel is awesome. Julie Reyes, bye BC, check you later. Julie Reyes, check you later. Thank you, Julie. JR9 Gaming, we'll check you. Jonathan Harris, can you do a Vince impression before you leave? Damn it, I gotta get a coffee. I gotta work out. My balls are shriveling. Oh, man. I'm under the weather and I'm giving you Vince impressions. If that's not showing how much I love you guys, man. Red Team motherfucking go. Batty Banks, you name it. Joseph Ramos. Great weather and my boy BC live. Glad you're catching it. If you're catching it at the tail end, go back and watch it, guys. We went over an hour, man. And the review itself for this show was probably only 15 minutes, but we just, we talk pro wrestling, you know. It's such good shit. JR9 Gaming. What was it? Okay, yeah, it's going fast, guys. I can't. Donnell Mason, BC, Biden just won. He is the new president. No, unfortunately, Donnell, for the Biden camp, there's an investigation, and there's a lot of stuff that went wrong. So I think there are things that are going to be changed, and then we're going to have to wait probably another couple of months at least to find out who the actual president is. But I know Biden people are going to say he's the president because he's going to reach 270 or already did or whatever. The Trump camp is going to claim that they are because they have all the evidence already. The truth is, guys, we're not going to know who the president is for months. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You guys think I just sit back and I watch you guys go to war with one another, and it's all just, it's not true. There's no president for months. There's not going to be. I mean, there is. Donald Trump is, and then there's an incumbent. There's going to be Biden as far as electorates, and then you're going to have to see where the investigation leads to, because there is a lot of wrongdoing. It's just the only question is the wrongdoing enough to take the Biden votes and switch them over or get rid of them? That's the truth. I keep up with this, guys. I call everything down the middle. You guys know that. I don't just jump on bandwagons. So when I see false information, right, I'm going to call it out. The social media, they just fact check one side, I've noticed. They fact checked Republicans and Trump. The Democrats never get fact checked. The Democrats, I'm sorry. And the Democrats always like to tell you, oh, it's because we never need to be. We're always telling the truth. And I'm like, are you seeing Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden? If you think Trump's corrupt, you better look into their history. It's hilarious to see you guys go at one another. All right, guys, much love. That's it, man. Political talk. You can go on for days. Just like I am for wrestling. Much love to my VIPs. Much love to all you guys. Enjoy AEW tonight. The Ant-Man. You know what he is? He's fucking out. Check you later.